Alright, what's up everyone, Sean here, and today on the Hawke Talks, we're going to be definitely sitting down and talk about what's been revealed for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition as of late. This is me coming back right after PSX 2017, and you know, the Capcom Cup finally ended for this year. Another year of Street Fighter V is over, and naturally Season 3 is going to come up, so you know, we had to get something out of it right after Capcom Cup. And not only we got a trailer for Sakura, which we will go over as well, but I think we really have to go over this one first. And boy, oh boy, Ono brought us a great surprise at after finals, and man, everyone, you know, got really excited when those trailers hit. And well, I mean, of course, you know, Sakura was kind of an obvious one. There were big hints that she was going to come to Street Fighter V for Season 3, going to be the first one to be revealed. And not only she was revealed, but we had, you know, 5 more characters revealed all at once. And I think it was, I think that was a really good move. And now, you know, we have something to look forward to for Season 3. And let's just go over what we have here. So, yeah, I should have honestly recorded my reaction to the trailers when I was actually at PSX after watching Capcom Cup, but man, that was really cool. So I really like this trailer though. It's supposed to be the opening for the arcade mode that's gonna come up for Arcade Edition, of course. You know, it's gonna have like World Warrior, I think Alpha, I think it'll have like different like routes and stuff like that. Apparently it's gonna have like a lot of endings and stuff like that. Okay, so we have Akuma right here being cool. Naturally kicks Ryu's ass. But you know, Ryu's that determined fighter that will always continue his road to find that strong fighter. And man, Chun-Li looks really good as ever. Who always gets the outfits, of course. But yeah, this whole sequence looks really cool. Even Colleen looks really cool here. No pun intended, but yeah. Of course, here's Rashid, one of the flagship new characters of Street Fighter V here. One of the most popular ones anyway, for new characters anyway. And in this part was actually really intriguing. Here's Laura just training and stuff like that, being herself, of course. And Ryu's right there, so what does that mean? Does Laura get trained by Ryu? Does Ryu kind of spar with her a lot of times? But of course, meanwhile, Blanca revealed in this trailer along with Sakura. But this was, of course, after the Sakura trailer. Yeah. Of course, we have Manat. Pretty big fan favorite, I must say, for the new ones anyway. But speaking of which, of new characters, this guy. All right, I have to stop for this guy. So he's supposed to be called G, and once you kind of like start pausing the video and stuff like that as to why he's called G, if you look closely, for those who don't know already, he's kind of got random parts of gold on him, so I feel like his V skill will revolve around the gold theme. He could be, you know, supposed to be like that president, like a stereotypical American president kind of archetype, but I feel like he's just gonna be a super rich guy, like classic American rich guy or something like that, or whatever country he's gonna be from. He could be, you know, England for all we know. He could be American, could be anything really. You know, from those parts of it, I guess, of the world. He's got gold all over, not all over, but he's got big spots of gold all, around his body. See, if you see his shoulders, arms, you got random parts of it. It's not really like consistent. It's like really random. So it seems like. And even his eye has gold around it. His one of his eyes has gold around it. So it's really fascinating when you actually start seeing him closely. And the beard doesn't help the that classic president stereotype. You know, it kind of looks like a Abraham Lincoln or something. So all the memes with this guy is kind of like revolving around Abraham Lincoln as well. But yeah, I think it's a pretty fascinating character just from looking at him. Just the gold part is really what makes it kind of mysterious for me. The rest of his outfit, of course, kind of spells out the obvious, but the gold is kind of questioning as to what he does or what he's going to do in Street Fighter V. Will he turn to gold, be super defensive, or will he just have gold and throw coins or something, or be, kind of show off that theme of being rich or something? He does look elaborate. He kind of has some Victorian stuff going on a little bit. He's got some red. Maybe he could be a magician. I don't know. He could be some sort of magician of some kind. We don't know really. We do already have someone who's sort of related to magic, which is not, but we really don't know what this guy's gonna do. But other than something involving with gold, I feel like, because of the overall colors for Street Fighter V Arcade Edition is gonna be gold. He's probably gonna be like the mascot character for this season or this edition. Nicole is supposed to be the flagship character for at least the base game of Street Fighter V because the V on his face, that whole thing. But I feel like he's kind of just like a throwaway character at this point, sadly, because of how he was handled in the story. If you guys check that out in the past. So. But for now, I think he's like one of the most interesting characters out of the new ones anyway. Just solely because of the gold on his body. It kind of makes it mysterious for me anyway as to what his gameplay is going to be like in Street Fighter V. But let's go back on Blanca though. I gotta check out what Blanca really looks like. From what we can see here, he's obviously more hairy in some kind. His hair is crazy looking. Can't really see his face too much, but from what I'm seeing, it's just more or less Blanca. But I think it's not bad though. I think it's a good Blanca for right now. But we will have to see what his gameplay trailer is going to be like. We can see better close-ups of his face from different angles, his movement, and stuff like that. But for now, I think his design, solely based off from his trailer anyway, looks pretty cool. It's more or less Blanca. He's more hairy. He's got longer strands of spiky hair and stuff like that. So it kind of indicates his age and stuff like that. He has gotten a little older from Street Fighter 4. And look at his hair. It's freaking crazy. It kind of reminds me of Gotenks, that, or just like Super Saiyan 3 kind of hairstyle. Just really long, super spiky, and yeah, it's just more or less Blanca though. I think also he has some crazy sideburns going or something like that, but it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe not. But yeah, we have Sakura right here, of course. She looks really cool. I'll definitely talk more about her in her own gameplay trailer. So yeah, it's kind of cool how you see this character though, G. Yeah, so G is kind of like sort of an obvious kind of sign that it will probably revolve around gold or something like that. Something maybe with money. I think money might be the theme of his powers and stuff like that, abilities for his gameplay anyway. I kind of like that little random smirk he does at the end. And the way he points though, it's really very similar with Uncle Sam. So he might be some sort of like president or CEO or some sort of big rich guy from this company or whatever. Maybe he's supposed to be some sort of like loose parody from Trump or something, because he is our president right now. He is, he comes from a very business oriented background. He's rich, whatever, of some sort. So yep, and then there's Zeku being cool. Abigail just being Abigail. Does a lot of damage. He does a lot of damage in the game. Crazy. And look who it is. It's our boy Cody. Look at him. He looks drastically different. He still kind of has that lazy look in his eyes. You know, he kind of maybe still has that lazy sort of easygoing slash kind of a slothy kind of personality. He's just like kind of thing. But now he's a little more refined. He's more gentleman-like. So I don't know where that came from. I mean, we'll find out more about that in the story. Hopefully his arcade run or something. Or maybe, you know, of course, once the game or his he comes out during season 3. But yeah, he's still in jail though, so he's not exactly you know, completely clean, let's just say. But if you notice, you see his old classic costume right here thrown on the floor in favor of his newer look. But him breaking the chains might be a sign that he's probably not in jail anymore, and he's trying to like kind of redeem himself somehow. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to live the normal life, but you know, the street fights are kind of still calling to him. No idea. But otherwise, I think it's a pretty cool redesign for Cody. I think it's kind of appropriate. Maybe he's trying to redeem himself. Who knows? We'll find out with more of the story as more of the characters come out during season 3. But I think for now he does look pretty cool though. In my opinion, it's just he just looks drastically different. If you've looked at his classic look, he definitely has a much more of a sort of a slobby, bored, kind of lazy look to his face, his expressions, because he's kind of bored of what he's been doing. He's just wants to fight strong people because he's really strong himself. He kind of just doesn't care. You know, he's very carefree. You know. We'll see how he is in Street Fighter 5. And then now, I think, you know, in my opinion, the biggest reveal of them all, like the biggest surprise in this video, is the king himself, Sagat, from Thailand. My goodness. He looks very good. You know, they've kept his classic look, but at the same time, they made him look new in a way. It's pretty subtle, but he's still looking pretty fresh in a way, which is really cool. Glad that they kept his white eye kind of look. But sadly, he does get fucked up in his trailer. That Shoryuken really fucked him up. Funny enough, he gained a scar, his trademark big scar across his upper body because of the Shoryuken from Ryu. So I don't know if that will create another scar, or it's just kind of like maybe a flashback of Sagat and Ryu in the past, and Sagat kind of got his butt whooped once again by Ryu. And we'll see how he is in the story. Maybe he's kind of neutral, or maybe he's evil again. I don't know. I feel like he always been somewhere between a neutral person or just a complete evil person or something. But I don't know. It's been weird. I feel like Sagat just wants to just fight people as well for his own reasons, and I don't think he's a part of Shadowloo anymore. They have Fang. It's kind of strange though. His statue appears when you play on that one stage of Lair of the Four Kings, and whenever you choose Fang, I think Sagat's face appears in the background as a statue, rather than Fang himself. So it is a little hard to say, but I probably would say that he's just kind of there for being a rival for Ryu, but at the same time he has his own reasons to be there. But man, this does look cool though. This looks really detailed and amazing. Let's move on though. I do like the fact that they changed his look subtly. They didn't do it too much. They didn't overdo it. Oh, and there's Ed, but not only that, Hawke. another new character appearing in this season. Yeah, I felt like it was a really good move to just have two new characters, but have 4 other characters that people like that are already familiar with, you know, to help sell the season pass for this. So she does have an interesting look. She does look similar with Ed, understandably, because they probably most likely both come from the lab that Bison's been running. So she might be some sort of clone, and Ed is just another clone as well. But they happen to have you know, pretty good powers or something like that. I don't know. They're pretty powerful, powerful members of Shadaloo. And here we go. You think that Ryu might turn into evil Ryu here, but unfortunately that's not the case. I'm really thinking that they might have evil Ryu for next season, but I have no idea. I don't know if they'll ever do it. They kind of spell the fact that they don't want to like have similar characters, but I don't know. They said stuff in the past and they kind of just broke that promise. And I think they'll do it again. Honestly, I think they're just very ambitious, but things just kind of fall apart or fall through. Excuse me, and just kind of just hit the panic button or whatever, and they'll have evil Ryu in there at some point. I think it's just a matter of when, because he's still struggling with the evil, you know, the Dark Hado or whatever. So it's just a matter of time when Ryu breaks. I honestly want to say evil Ryu. He's one of my favorite characters. He looks really cool. I felt like Street Fighter 4 really made him look really cool. I think that's the best iteration of evil Ryu in my opinion. He just absolutely looks menacing, crazy looking. He just really spells out the name of evil Ryu. So if you're gonna go, you know, make a dark version of your flagship character, I feel like that character should be crazier looking, just drastically different with some hints of the other character, but at the same time you gotta make him a little different, a little more interesting. And I think that evil Ryu looked really cool, and hopefully that happens with Street Fighter 5 whenever he comes out. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. And then at the end, I believe, oh yeah, so yeah, obviously we you know, just to remind everyone, January 16th is the day. My goodness, we're getting all this stuff in January. We're getting Monster Hunter, Dragon Ball Fighters, and even I think Digimon Story, Hacker Memory, Dissidia for Final Fantasy, for, you know, for those who care anyway. And of course this is crazy. January is just gonna be, oh man, it's gonna really kill our wallets, especially, you know, after we're trying to recover from the holidays and stuff like that. But boy, oh boy, oh boy, January's jam-packed. I'm really excited for it now that they've actually revealed who's going to appear in season 3. I think they've really done a good job doing that. I think it's really funny because, you know, right before this video that they showed at Capcom Cup, they showed Sakura, you know, herself with her moves and all that, and the silhouettes appear. I'm like, oh boy, okay, fine. But Ono saves the day by showing all the characters in the opening video. And you know, looking here, Sagat looks like he has some sort of robe or some kind of coat or something, just to, I don't know, be cool. Probably he's gonna take it off when he before he fights. Maybe there's a little secret kind of a code where when you hold certain buttons in a certain direction or something, he'll have the robe on or something, or coat, whatever it is, on him when he fights. But yeah, I think, you know, these characters look really pretty good for the most part. Even Hawke looks pretty interesting. Blanca is Blanca, you know, he's more or less himself. I feel like his mouth, though, they kind of modeled it from Abigail. So, but I think it fits Blanca. It's just really funny that they did that. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if they actually did that, but it looks very similar nonetheless. I think they did that, in my opinion. Sakura, we'll talk more about her. G, yeah, he's got that gold right there on his face. He's pretty mysterious as well. I have no idea what Hawke is gonna do. Maybe, you know, more psycho power or something. I don't know. We really don't know what she's gonna do for the gameplay. I hope Sagat is gonna be fun. I hope Blanca is gonna be fun to play. Not that I've played Blanca, but maybe I'll try him out. He's usually a charged character, but changes happen. Vega was a charged character, and then they changed him to a fireball motion character. So I don't know. Blanca might go through that same change. His electricity might be a fireball punch or something, and then all his the spinning ball moves are probably going to be charge moves. I don't know. He probably might be a bit of a hybrid character like Cody, because he's got that same similar moveset. Or buttons, I mean, for his moveset. Sagat, yeah, I hope he's fun to play, and don't know what they're gonna do with Cody. Are they gonna have that charge button back in there? I think they will, because Balrog has that thing. So maybe they'll have that charge punch move that he had in the past. Maybe will he throw rocks? I don't know. We'll see about that. It'll definitely be kind of a contradiction to his image, but then again, he'll have alternate costumes. And speaking of which, oh man, these alternate costumes and stuff like that will probably look really cool. I hope they do. Really can't wait to see them for each character, honestly. And again, I hope Sagat's gonna be fun. He's, you know, one of the most requested ones, if not the most requested right now. And hopefully he's fun to play, actually. And hopefully the hype and stuff like that, the wait, it pays off. And hopefully he's a viable character. So yeah, overall I think this is really exciting. We know what to get now. We know what we're getting for the season pass. I'm definitely gonna get it now that I know what we're getting. Sakura is definitely one of the characters I wanted. Blanca I wanted to see. Sagat definitely, and Cody was cool to see as well. And of course, these two characters look interesting enough. I'll take a look at them at least. We'll see how they turn out to be down the road. So I do want to talk more about Sakura. She is the first character to come out. Unfortunately, we're not gonna get all the characters at once. It looks like they're just gonna do the same thing like they did in the past. Have one character at a time. Hopefully they'll do it with smaller gaps in between, but we'll see about that. But at least we're getting these characters though somehow. So yeah. All right, so that's pretty much it for the Hawke Talk episode of Street Fighter V Arcade Edition, the cinematic opening, kind of breakdown and look through and stuff like that, and my thoughts about him. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments or anything like that for this video or this topic, let me down below. Love to check them out. What do you guys think about these characters? Anything you see that's really promising, or what characters you wish that made it in here for season 3, or what characters you want to see in the future, obviously. Anything like that, leave it down below. Of course, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Really helps out. I appreciate it. So next, right after this, I'm going to talk about Sakura and just to kind of take a look at her once again. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.